and what will it take to stop it? What did you tell Congress members? Who did you meet with yesterday in Washington, D.C.?
Well, unfortunately, we only had an opportunity to meet with two actual legislators. We basically got handed off to their assistants, which was quite offensive to myself and the other parents. We met with, I think, Representative Tom Latham and the representative actually from Illinois. But basically all the rest of them basically handed us off to their assistants. While we feel that some of them, they didn't even take notes. So what will they really tell them, you know, when they give the reports of what we spoke on? And we even had one assistant to say to us, although your stories are compelling and, you know, really heartbreaking, you know, it was basically like, his hands in the air, like, what can we really do? And that was quite offensive to the parents because our stories are not meant to be compelling. We're not here for people to feel sorry for us. We're here to cry out for help, for people to not wait until you're in our shoes, to get out here and help us collectively to make a difference, to constant be irritation to Congress, to these representatives until something gets done. I mean, basically the bill is there. It just needs to be signed. All we're asking for is universal backgrounds to be put in place. This is a start. Although we know that this is not gonna immediately turn things around, we're just asking for a start. We know when you go to the doctor, you go to the doctor because you have a problem, right? You have to first admit that you have a problem. Once you admit that you have a problem, that's when healing can take place. America, we're sick. We're ill. We have a problem. America has addressed, Congress has addressed that there is a problem. Well, when are we going to start the healing process? When are we going to start coming forth with the remedies to solve this problem? Well, there's one in place that's just a signature away from being enforced. Yet, when we cried out to them, all they could tell us is that we understand. Oh my God, I feel so sorry for you guys. I hate that this happened. And we're doing the best that we can. Okay, but the day that we were coming there, what happened in Washington? It happened on a naval base. Wasn't in an urban community. It was somebody that should not have had access to a gun. And I just feel like it's not based off of how we feel. Everybody's talking about, we don't want to hurt this person's feeling. We don't want to hurt the mentally ill feeling and stop them from having guns. We don't want to hurt. It's not about how we feel. It's about the reality that we are losing a future. We are losing our generation, the next generation. What will we have in place? How are we, like I said before, we're the doctors, the nurses, what I am today, lawyers, pediatricians. What are we going to do? Our youth are hopeless.
Chandra Robinson, all the polls show there's overwhelming support among the American people for universal background checks, but yet the representatives in Washington seem to be in their own bubble. I wanted to ask you your sense of the disconnect between the political leaders that you met with and the sentiment among most Americans.
I think it's a disconnect because they don't understand. Sometimes until it hits your household personally, sometimes it takes that to make you understand. And I believe they're disconnected because that's not their reality. They don't have to live in this. When you're living in the trenches of this and it's hitting you personally And for me, before it hit my household personally, I was out there trying to help to stop the violence, trying to get out there to our young people, trying to go to those urban places, trying to reach out to our young people, because it's not fair to put a stigma on these children. It's not fair to base crime on your race and your class and all of that. And I just feel that Congress is disconnected because they can't relate. And they need to start relating before it hit them, because it got real close. It came real close the other day.
Chandra Robinson, you're a school nurse in the Chicago schools. You go to Washington with others from Chicago, brought in by a local Congress member, and then you're hooked up with the Newtown survivors, those who lost loved ones, the children, the 6-year-olds in Connecticut. What was that like as you broadened this coalition?
Oh my God, it was overwhelming. It was so awesome. I just instantly fell in love with all of those guys. We are now going to be forever connected. And I'm so excited that they thought enough of us to include us in their plight against this. And they're now considered our new BFFs. That's what we laughed and said. You know, the young people always talk about BFFs. This is what BFFs are. You know, fighting forever until we take our last breath to see a change. We're not going to stop until a change is made, even if I'm not here to see it. Just like Dr. King, he's not here to see, you know, a lot of things that he dreamed about. You know, it's almost like an insult to him. It's almost like, you know, we got to do something. We have to do something. This is bigger than a black on black, black, white. It's bigger. We have to come together collectively.